today we're going to go through the lesson plan for colorful confusion. In this lesson, students will learn how coloration helps an animal to hide or to draw attention to itself. They will use wooden cutouts of different animals to hide in various locations to see which animals have the best camouflage in different habitats. The concepts of warning coloration, disruptive patterning, advertising, false eye spots, counter shading, and mimicry will also be introduced for older students. The objectives for this lesson are to identify and explain the relationship between camouflage, adaptation, and survival, to relate how changes in an environment may affect an animal's chances for survival, and to hypothesize how given animals might respond to specific environmental changes. In order to meet these objectives, there are 3 different activities that you can choose to do. The first is hungry birds, the second is animal cutouts, and the third is hide and seek. To help introduce the different types of coloration patterns, there are pictures showing different animals, examples of the patterns, and a key explaining which animal shows which pattern. For the hungry birds activity, there are worms of different colors made out of yarn that can be hidden in different areas to show how the coloration affects the ability of the bird to find the worm. There are the animal cutouts for the hiding in the woods to see which one has better coloration for hiding in different habitats. And there are different clothes that children can wear while playing the hide and seek game to show how a prey animal's color affects the predator's ability to find it. In the hungry birds activity, you have students pretend that they've just been transformed into a flock of hungry birds. You bring them to an outdoor area free of poison ivy and define parameters for where the worms are hidden. You then give them a specific time in which to collect as many worms as you can. As I showed earlier, the worms are pieces of yarn of various color. Sprinkle the worms on the ground so that they are blended into the ground as best you can. This will help the students see how the color of the yarn affects how easy it is to find. In the animal cutouts activity, have students pair off with a partner and take turns hiding an animal cutout within defined boundaries. Make sure that the boundaries are free of poison ivy before you start the activity. The students should hide the animal without burying it, using only its color to help it hide. Then the other students should go looking for the animal and see how long it takes them to find each animal in different settings. In the hide and seek game, have one student be the predator and the rest of the students be the prey. The predator turns their back and counts to 30 while the rest of the students hide within defined boundaries that are poison ivy free. At the end of the 30 seconds, have the predator turn back around and see how many of the prey they can find. When they see a person, they should call their name, and then that person comes forward and joins the predator in finding the rest. If the predator can't find all the prey, have them turn back around and count to 10 while everybody takes 10 steps forward. You can mix this up by having some of the students wear either the bright orange or the camouflage and see how that affects the game. So in conclusion, through the use of these 3 activities and the photos, you will meet the objectives to identify and explain the relationship between camouflage, adaptation, and survival, to relate how changes in the environment may affect an animal's chance for survival, and to hypothesize how a given animal might respond to specific environmental changes, and hopefully have a fun and educational lesson.